Hello, 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 and welcome to Dylan's Dive Bar. I am your host, Randy, aka Elaine Dilyn, and I am joined today by my very special friend, Ms. Vuntressa Brown. She is the owner of Posh Event Center. And if you remember from season one, we actually did our very first episode here when we had Janaea Coleman on. So we are so glad that you could come into the dive bar and join us today. So, if this is your first time joining the dive bar. This podcast is about conversations, community, and cocktails. So we have conversations that provoke thought, inspire us to change, become better versions of ourselves. And we are a community. We support one another in those desires to change. And of course, cocktails, because it is a bar, and no bar is complete without cocktails. And we have a great one for you tonight. So, tonight we are going to be talking about getting certified. And what do I mean by that? We are talking about CPR certification, which Ms. Montressa is going to talk to us about. So, hello, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
So, first off, let's start with what CPR is. What is CPR?
CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Basically, you are reviving the heart after it has stopped. You are uh, making the patient come back alive, pretty much.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So, Montressa has a course here at Posh where she teaches CPR training, gets you certified. And if you're looking in the background, so I'm gonna do my weather girl right now. If you're looking in the background, these are some of the this is part of the videos that she shows students when they're taking the class. So right now it looks like someone is being shaved. They're probably about to put the EKG on them. Is that what?
About to put the pads on them to jumpstart their heart with the AED, the defibrillator.
This is one of the videos that you would see when you take the CPR certification. I hope I never have to do this to anybody because now I've been like CPR certified, but I have never had to do that, and that would scare me half to death. See what? That probably is not safe.
Dry them off.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that if he got that out the shower, this is a bad idea. But but talk to us about the course. So how long is the course?
So the course, there's two different ways to take the course. You can either take it in the blended way, where we send you a link to do the videos at your leisure, at your home, and then you come in for the mannequin skills test. Doing these videos at home will take about 2 to 4 hours, depending on how long it takes you to go through the courses. And the mannequin skills test in person takes about 30 minutes. Now, the other way of doing this is to come in person, look at these videos and train for everything in person, which will take about 4 hours. So most people prefer to split it up.
Yes. Yeah, I would be one of those people. I have like the worst attention span ever.
Mhm.
So I completely understand that. So when they're watching the videos at home, are there quizzes that go along with the videos?
Yes, there are quizzes that go along with the videos, and you must pass them. And then at the end of that course, you receive a certificate. The patient, client, whomever brings that certificate in to me so that it shows me proof that they passed the course, and then we proceed with the mannequin skills test.
Okay. So how when they're going through the quizzes and things like that, is this one of those things where if you take it once and you don't pass, you can take it again, or you are one and done?
No, they make sure that you pass. So
Okay.
they'll keep making you take it over and over again until you get at least 80% on the test.
At least 80%. How many sections are there?
2 years.
Really?
Mhm.
That's good to know.
Yeah, 2 years.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I think other people think this too. If you are CPR certified,
Mm-hmm.
are you required to help someone when a situation arises? Like if I'm in a restaurant and a random stranger goes down, am I required because of my CPR certification to help that person?
I don't know about required, but you should. But me as a medical professional, I should not ignore the situation. I should do what I can to jump in and save the person.
Are you held liable if something goes wrong?
No, you're not liable. You will not get sued because it is oh, I forget the terminology, but you cannot get sued for trying to save a life.
Okay,
Yes. No.
that's good to know because that would be my one thing where I'll be like, somebody help! Call 911. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me. So,
You can person to say, I'll call 911.
Right.
That's your way of helping.
Now, I remember in school we used to do this, and they would be like, point to someone and say, you call 911. Is that still the recommendation?
Yes. You give them eye contact. You let them know directly that that's what you want them to do. Otherwise, you say, somebody call 911. Everybody still standing around. Like, me? No, you.
You call 911. Yes. Okay. So if you are interested in being CPR certified, what days are available or what classes are coming up that they can sign up for?
Okay. So typically you can sign up to do the blended course where you can learn the videos or watch the videos online. You can sign up for that any day of the week. But for the in-person mannequin skills test, we usually do that on Wednesdays. But if you call me personally, I probably can work you into my schedule and hook you up. Just call me. But it is poshcprtraining.com or call us at 404-549-3340.
Now, have you ever
No, it's always been individuals. However, I have had DFACs send individuals to me, but not a group of people. But I am able to train 5 people per session, and each session will be about, if I have 5 people, take
separate courses for like adult and children, or is it all combined into
all
one?
inclusive.
So what's the youngest you can perform CPR? The youngest age you can perform CPR on someone?
An infant.
Really?
Yes. And we have infant methods. Yes.
Because I always know that one of the things they always see if someone performs CPR is if the sternum is cracked on an adult. So that would make me a little nervous dealing with a baby. Would it be harmful to, like, will we harm them in the act of doing the CPR?
No, and plus babies' bones are softer anyway, so no. But even with an adult, if you crack their sternum but still save their life, you're alive.
Right.
That's my thing.
Can that be
It can
repeated?
be fixed.
Okay. Can that be repeated? I'll be a little nervous. Okay. Okay. So we have a treat. V is gonna. Well, I call her V. Y'all call her Vuntressa. Miss Brown. Y'all don't know her. So V is gonna show us a demonstration. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, she's gonna do a demonstration for us and kind of walk us through. And she's gonna show us about this baby because I'm a little nervous about these little kids. So we will be right back. This is Dilyn's Dive Bar Get Certified CPR Training with Miss Vuntressa Brown. We'll be right back, guys.
When it's time to celebrate a milestone, do it in style. Posh Event Center can design a party to turn 40, 50, 60, and beyond with a theme or other unique event decor.
Hello, welcome back to Dilyn's Dive Bar. We are talking about getting certified, and we are here with Vuntressa Brown and her lovely daughter, Raquel, and they're going to demonstrate for us some of the things that you'll see during the mannequin training in CPR. So talk to us about what we're looking at right now.
Okay, so what you're looking at here is a mannequin, a baby mannequin, an adult male mannequin. You're also seeing an AED device, okay? What the AED does is jump starts the heart. This is a training device right here that we use. So there's no need to waste that electricity on these dummies.
Clear.
Yeah. So what we're going to do here is let Raquel show you the proper way of administering the compressions on these mannequins. For the babies, you do 30 compressions to 2 breaths. There's 2 ways that you can administer the compressions. You can either put your hands in position like she has here with 2 thumbs in between the breast at the sternum and your hand wrapped around the baby. Or the other way is using the 2-finger method with 1 hand, 2 fingers pressing in the middle in between the 2 breasts. Okay? All right. As you do your compressions on the infant mannequin, you have to count out loud. With the infant mannequins, there is an indicator that lets you know if you're giving the right pace and depth. Okay. If you're doing it at the right pace, you're going to get a full green light. If you're going too fast, you get a yellow light. If you're going too slow, you get a red light. Okay. And so Raquel will start counting out. All right. Ready? Count out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you can stop right there. So if there's 2 people administering CPR at a time, for the baby, you're going to do 15 compressions to 2 breaths if there's 2 people available. If there's only 1 person, you do 30 compressions to 2 breaths. Okay. When you do the breaths on the baby, you tip the chin, blow in through the mouth, and make sure that you see the chest rise. You do 2 breaths and then start back with the compressions. Okay.
Okay. So for those you can't see right here, but there's a light right here on the mannequin. So as Raquel was doing the compressions, all the green lights were coming because she was going at the right pace. So it's giving you an indicator as you're doing it, so you can start making your adjustments. Mm-hmm. These little covers, is that something that we, as someone who's CPR would carry?
No, so this right here, I use these as a protector for the dummies.
Okay.
Or for the mannequins, I'm sorry. And it just helped me to keep them clean. And what I do for the clients that come in, I give them disposable masks to put on top of this. So we're not cross-contaminating or anything like that.
So this is not something that if you're in the field, you are not going to have one.
No, this actually is a bag that goes down into the chest, and as you blow in, that bag inflates, letting you know that the chest is rising and falling.
So you wouldn't need that in the field because you'd be doing that on a real person. Yes. This is so you can see the chest rise and fall, so you can know breath.
Exactly.
All right. So are you going to demonstrate the breath?
No, because I don't have the cover. Okay. I can get it, but I don't want to put my mouth on it.
Oh, and the little pumpkin got a band-aid. Oh, this baby done.
We do first aid. We do first aid training as well.
See, CPR certification and first aid. So if you are a child care professional, this is perfect for you, because I know that's something that a lot of parents look for, that their child care providers have CPR certification, especially if they have children of varying ages. Are there mannequins of like kids or smaller children that are bigger than older than the?
Yes, we do have child-sized mannequins, but the mandate only requires you to do the infant and the adult. Basically, you're doing the same thing on the adult as what you're doing on the child. It's just a smaller version.
So would you apply the same pressure on a child that you would on an adult?
Not to the depth of the compressions. You may go a ½ inch deeper for the adult as you would for the child.
So when you is there a difference if the child was maybe drowning versus just went unconscious? Like, let's say they got electrocuted and just went unconscious versus drowning. Would the methods be different, or would they be exactly the same?
The methods would be exactly the same, except if they're drowning coming out the water, please wipe them off, dry them off, because you will electrocute them by using the AED.
So can you use this on a small child?
Yes, you can. So we use the same AED for the adult as we do the child. The only difference is, well, for the baby. For the baby, we put 1 lead or pad on the back, and we put 1 on the front. For the adults, we put both on the front, but 1 goes to the top left, or right, and then the other one goes to the bottom left.
Is there a different level of charge for children versus adults?
No, because you learn both at the same time. It's one charge.
No, I mean like the electric charge.
Oh, the electric charge. Yes, there is. That's a great question. So when you turn on the AED, if you're using it on a child, you make sure that you indicate that you are using the AED for a child versus an adult.
So it's giving instructions. If y'all heard that, it was you have to push the child button, and then it tells you remove the child's shirt, things like that. So it's giving you those instructions. That's good to know, because I'm pretty sure somebody is gonna panic and skip a step if this happens to a child.
Everything.
Yes. Interesting. Okay. So y'all see that we have our baby mannequin. So we're not gonna. You would have to get on the ground in order to do the adult. We're not going to do that today, but we do want to come around this way. All right. So we're going to come around this way. I'm going to face that way. So Raquel is going to kind of demonstrate on the adult, and I'm going to let y'all. I'm going to switch so you can keep talking.
All right. So for the adult, different or a whole lot different than doing it on a baby. Okay, so typically most people like to do hand over hand, or you can do one hand locked into the other with your hand placement in between the breasts at the sternum. All right, when you do your compressions, you have to go a little bit harder and a little bit more deeper because we are bigger, way bigger than an infant. Okay, and so the adult mannequin has an indicator as well. It's on the top left corner, with the same lights, green if you're doing very well, red if you're going too slow, and yellow if you are going too fast. Okay. And so Raquel, at the count of 3, I want you to start your compressions. 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit harder to do it on the table. You can stop. If you have somebody to fall out, pass out, or be unconscious, and they need to receive CPR, more than likely they're going to fall to the floor, to the ground. They're not going to be laying on the table. And you get more leverage with the person on the ground anyway. As you're giving your compressions, you want to lock in your elbows so that you can administer the amount of pressure that you need to press in the chest. Okay? And with the compressions, there's 30 compressions to 2 breaths. Okay, you want to make sure that you tilt the chin back, blow in the mouth, your mouth completely over the patient's mouth, and make sure that you see the chest completely rise and fall before giving the next breath.
Okay. So do you have to remove clothing to get a better, to administer CPR more effectively?
Absolutely. And the AED is going to tell you that. Please remove the clothing. Yes, you do. Okay. Because you want to be able to see the anatomy. There's one part of the anatomy, this little part right here, you guys can't see, but that's called the xiphoid process. If your hand is down that low and you press on that, you're going to break it. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're in the middle of the chest, in between, I'll say the nipples, right in the middle of the chest, so that you do not break the xiphoid process.
Now, I've seen some on, and this could be because it's TV, y'all, but where they turn them onto their side sometimes when they're getting started, like maybe clean stuff out of their mouth, anything like that. Is that something that's like necessary, or was that just TV being dramatic?
Could be, that if they don't know what happened to the person, they're not going to aspirate on whatever's in their mouth.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And drowning versus wet versus dry CPR is exactly the same. Exactly the same. Gotcha. Okay. So, guys, thank you, Raquel, for coming and demonstrating. We appreciate that. So, how young can one be to get certified?
Oh, they can be a child learning how to do this. I mean, a child can save a life. So, we do have adolescent training as well.
That's so cool. So, babysitters.
Yes.
Okay. When you want your kid to be a good babysitter, this is a way to get them hired. Okay, and they can charge a little more than $5 an hour. I love it. They say I can receive it. Okay. Do you have parents and kids take certifications together sometimes?
Yes, that's very important. And the kids do well. They get excited because they play with the dolls, so they get excited.
And yes, I love it.
Mhm.
Yes. So thank you for demonstrating. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna take another break and we're gonna move to making our cocktails for the night. I'm excited. This one had a request over here that I had to go get, and I like it. I'm a fan of it myself. You'll find out what that is when we come back. This is Dilyn's Dive Bar. Get certified with Ms. Vuntressa Brown at Posh Event Center. Thanks, Raquel.
Yes,
We
thank
appreciate you. We'll be right back.
When it's time to celebrate a milestone, do it in style. Posh Event Center can design a party to turn 40, 50, 60, and beyond with a theme or other unique event decor.
We're rolling.
He's coming straight to it. Okay. All right, welcome back to Dilyn's Dive Bar. So we have been talking with Vuntressa here about being CPR certified, and she gave us a demonstration. So if you missed that, you're gonna have to go back and watch the beginning. Go watch what she was telling us. But we want to talk a little bit more about that. But before we do, the dive bar, we must have drinks.
Yes.
Drinks are a must. And my lovely guest here had a request. She said anything with Grand Marnier. So I did adhere to the rules. For you are not familiar, lovely substance here. Grand Marnier is an orange liqueur, which means it adds orange flavor to your cocktails. It is made in Cognac, France, which makes it a cognac. So it is orange bitters, sugar, and cognac that make up your Grand Marnier. And I wanted to find a cocktail that would really highlight it that wasn't a margarita. Now, y'all know I'm a tequila girl, so I have nothing against margaritas. However, I want to be a little different tonight. So we are going to make the original Mai Tai. So most people, when they hear Mai Tai, they hear fruity, and they think it's a very fruity drink. It actually was not designed that way. So the original Mai Tai was meant to be a strong rum cocktail. So if you can see here, which I hope you can, we have two different types of rum. And we have our orange liqueur, lime juice, and some orgeat syrup, which is almond flavored. That's it, y'all. There is no pineapple juice, no orange juice, no fruit juice, no grenadine, none of that sweet stuff that y'all put in your Mai Tais in the original. Okay, so the original Mai Tai was meant to essentially put you on your butt. Okay. So we're going to make the original Mai Tai. And here at the dive bar, our guests make their own drinks. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. We are excited. Yes. So first things first, you get to work with the shaker too. Okay. So we have our shakers here. We are going to add some ice to our shakers. Now the best way to measure ice when it's going into your cocktail is to put it to your shaker. That way you know how much ice and how much you're supposed to use it. So, I try. I try to make this as easy as possible because everybody wants to be a home bartender. So I'm gonna give y'all some bartender tips on how to do that. All right. So I'm gonna fill my glass up with ice and then add that ice to our shaker, and I'm gonna let you do that with your shaker as well. Awesome. So while she gets that, we have our ingredients here. I'm a little short. Feel a little weird for you. It's your first cocktail, so you may feel a little weird. But you're doing beautiful. You're doing beautiful. So pour that into your shaker. Now, I, of course, am going to pour this like a bartender would from the bottle straight to our shaker. But I have the measurement tool. This is going to help you pour the correct amount. So the little side, it's a ½ ounce. So from here to the top gives you a ½ ounce. And on this side, from here to the top gives you an ounce. Okay. So this helps. It even helps beginner bartenders because sometimes we would love to tell ourselves, I got this. But sometimes you have a little stage fright, especially when it's your first job and your guests are looking at you and they're talking to you. And you're like, ooh, I can't mess this up. So we have the jigger. And I always tell my students, you're not a bad bartender if you use those. You're a good bartender because this is precision. Okay. You want to do it correctly. So I guess the question now is, are we doing, we trying to feel good? Or we trying to feel good? How we trying to feel on this Mai Tai? I'm trying to feel good. All righty. That's what I like to hear. All right. So that means we ain't holding back nothing when it comes to this. So the first thing you're going to do is aged rum. So I have Captain Morgan here, which is a spice rum, and it is aged. So spice rums have way more flavor. If you've never tasted this, you need to. A lot of people will get rum and Coke, and the Coke masks the flavor. So they don't really taste the rum. So I always tell people, if you want to try it, do it with Sprite. Because Sprite really brightens the flavor, so you actually get to taste all that goes in to your rum. So I definitely recommend that. People who do rum and Coke, you're just getting the buzz, okay, from the alcohol. You're not actually tasting how delicious this really is. So I highly recommend rum and Sprite. Okay, with Captain Morgan. Yes, because you should try it. So this is a rather large bottle, but we're still bartenders. Going to go to 1 o'clock with our pour. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's an ounce of our spice rum. So you're going to put it in the big one. Okay. And do it over your shaker. Do it the other way. Oh, the other way. Yeah, so you want the spout to go towards here so it comes out. Oh, okay. Yes. I'm a little slower. Look at that. That's all right. That's all right. Look at that. I want it to the rim. She said, I want all that the captain has for me. I love to see it. Hand me that. Hand me that. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our lime juice. Now, the lime juice has a spout on it. Okay. So we're going to do what we call a 2 count, which is a ½ ounce. So we're going to have a little tartness to go with our drink. 1, 2, just a little bit. Not a lot. Not a lot. So she's already flipped it over, y'all. She's getting the hang of this. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. All right, so we've added that. The next is orgeat or orgeat. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know how this is pronounced, okay? Orgeat syrup. This is almond flavor. So this is adding like a nice nutty flavor of almond to our cocktail. You're not allergic to nut. I probably should have asked her that before I just decided I'm good that we were going to make this cocktail. But you can get this in your liquor store on the liqueurs aisle, where you'll see stuff like your lime juice and grenadine, all the non-alcoholic stuff. This has no alcohol content. This is strictly flavor. That's a 2 count. So we're going to keep it on the little side. Okay. The precision, the measurement. I love this. All right. Now, the other question is, I brought this just in case. It's a little simple syrup, so it makes it a little sweeter, considering we have no juice to add to this. Did you want to make yours a little sweeter? Yes. All right. So I'm going to give you this. Simple syrup is just a mixture of sugar and water. So typically, if you make your own simple syrup, you would heat it up so you would get a good consistency. This is a good way to sweeten your cocktails without having the granules of sugar floating through your cocktails. So it keeps everything consistent and smooth and flows. Okay, so now we're gonna add your friend. And she said, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. Yes. All right, so our Grand Marnier, we're gonna add that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cause she turned hers over, so I'm like, I gotta turn mine. I gotta do 4. I gotta do an ounce, just like she doing an ounce. Can't let my guests drink me under the table. Like that's not gonna work. Come on, to the rim, to the rim. Yes. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We are now going to shake because we're gonna flip this dark rum on top because we grown. That's what we do.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna take what we call the speed cup. And we're going to put that right on top of our shaker. Get a little pop in there. And now we're going to shake. Come on. Please shake. Yes. Yes. All right. So we are shaking. We're just going to twist it off. And then we're going to pour all of this. All right. I'm going to put that right there. Oh, I keep dumping our straws. I don't know why. All right, so to do our float, okay, you're going to take your bottle. This is Bacardi Black, so this is a dark rum. Now, the recipe wants you to mix it all in, but I'm different. I'm an Aquarius. I'm hard-headed, so I do stuff my way. She's an Aquarius, too. That's why we like each other. That's why we get along so well.
Yes, don't tell me I can't do something.
Hello, don't tell me what to do. What Jill Scott said, right. If you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me. I was like, I understood everything she said in that moment. That was such an Aquarius statement. I don't even know if she's an Aquarius, but that was an Aquarius statement right there. So you're going to do a float. You're going to go on the top and go around. And you're going to lay your... It's okay. It's just a spill, guys. All right, so V is gonna now do her layer. So you can see the difference there. You can see my layer right on top. So you're gonna do the exact same thing. There we go. Look at you being a bartender. I love it. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is called a float. So it is a layer of alcohol that sits on top of the cocktail. Okay. So it gives a visual when you make it, and it gives you a pop of whatever you put on top. So I want you to take a minute and smell this cocktail. It's the orange, the cognac, the rum, everything, and it smells amazing. So I'm excited to taste our Mai Tai, the original Mai Tai, the real Mai Tai. All right, cheers to you being on the dive bar. Yes.
No straw needed.
Ooh.
It's strong, baby.
It is. This is not for the weak. That's why y'all came up with that fruity version. Because this is not for the faint at heart, but this is good.
This will have you in the club.
Shake it up. Okay, y'all talking about one margarita, honey, one real Mai Tai. Okay, y'all need to get y'all a real Mai Tai. Get you a grown-up Mai Tai. Stop drinking all that juice. Okay, get you a real one.
It's working for real.
Okay, damn, it's good. I'm glad I picked it. All right. So this is amazing. So I think I may have found me a new dream. Thank you. Because I never would have found it if she said anything with Grand Marnier. So I said, I need to find something that's going to highlight it. And this does a beautiful job. The blending of the different flavors is great. So get you a real Mai Tai. We might have to make this again.
Yeah.
So let's to certify people with CPR. You own your own event.
Oh, Posh initially came to be from when I did my mother's 55th birthday party. We actually started out as a rental company. Like I was renting bounce houses, tables, and chairs. And throughout the years, actually for the first 7 years, all I did was build up my inventory. I knew from the start that I wanted to have my own event center. And eventually I was able to get a loan, purchase the building. So I have a mortgage on the building, which is way cheaper than renting.
Really?
And yeah, here we go.
I would think that it wouldn't be, but it's good to know that.
Yeah.
So, how long has Posh been here?
So Posh has been in existence for the event center for 3 years, since 2020. This will be our 4th year. But Posh as a whole, Posh Events has been in existence 10 years this year. September 14th, 2024 will be our 10th birthday.
Congratulations! I love that. So, to start this space during the pandemic, 2020, were you kind of like, what the hell? This is a heck of a time for the country to go shut down, or were you like, this is just a challenge and we gonna keep it moving?
No, October 2020 is when I signed for the loan, the mortgage on here. And basically what happened, this building used to be an event center, a recording studio. But the lady who owned the building was ready to get rid of it.
Oh.
So I got it for dirt cheap, like $170,000. Yes, the mortgage is only like $1,000.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just need anybody who want to get rid of a space. That's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say building up your inventory, when you were doing the rentals, what all do you have in your inventory? Is there a warehouse somewhere that has all your stuff in it?
I wish I had a warehouse. I need one so bad. But we have tables, we have chairs, a variety of chairs. We have tablecloths, table linen, like the linen napkins. We got props. We got trees. I have a lot.
Trees.
Yeah.
Create a vibe, y'all. That's
Yes,
what I
the
heard.
whole vibe. Transform a whole room. Draping, pipe and drape, everything.
Wow. So did you go to school for decorating, or is this a passion?
Both. So I did get formal training at Lake State. They had an event and meeting planning course. I took that. I also did an online course with I took that course, and that's where I really learned like how to do different decor and setting tables and things of that sort.
Okay, I love it. How long did that take?
So that took me about 4 to 6 months. I can't really remember. It was back in 2015. So yeah, about 4 to 6 months to learn that. Mm-hmm.
So what is your specialty or your favorite kind of decor setup?
My favorite decor setup is doing a wedding reception. Yeah, I love doing the place settings and nice centerpieces. That's my thing. But for some reason, people keep calling me for these themed events. Yeah, I'm doing a country thing coming up, juke joint country type thing, and so I'm excited to do that. It's the baby shower.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna hear Beyonce to St. Texas?
Probably so.
Probably so.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, everybody likes country music.
Mm-hmm.
So things. What are some of the things that you've done?
Oh wow, we've done. I'm gonna say a crystal thing where everything was like other baby showers, colors. Okay. People are real big into colors. It doesn't even have to have a theme per se, but just main color scheme. But a lot of the women for their baby showers like this garden type thing.
Okay. So when people do events here, is that part of the packaging that way you do the decor, or can they bring their own, or do you kind of mix it where they kind of bring something and you bring something too?
So with me being an event planner and seeing how things are out in the world and all the restraints that other venues give them, I'm open.
Okay.
So they can come in and basically do their own thing, DIY. So I got a package where they are allowed a certain amount of time. It gives them time to set up, have the event, and break down.
Okay.
Or you could use that base package and add on some of my decor a la carte. Or you could let me just do the whole thing. So yeah.
And you can just relax and be cute and have fun.
Come and show up.
I like those packages. Me too. I like those packages. Those are the ones. I tell people all the time, I can appreciate a well-decorated space. Mm-hmm. I do not appreciate the process that gets it to well-decorated. I'm going to give you a vision, and I want to see what you do it, and we just gonna let this come to life because that is not my wheelhouse. That is not what I do. I cannot do that. So I appreciate people who can. So talk to us about the funniest request that you gotten about an event here.
The funniest request I received was a rodeo party. They went to bring in the riding bull, the mechanical bull, but they wanted to have, it was like over 150 people here. My capacity seated is 100 people. And all kind of other outlandish things they wanted out in the parking lot. It just didn't work out. It really just didn't work out. Like, I don't know.
What we have to say? Number one, this ain't Texas. Let's just start there. Okay, this is Georgia, and we don't have room for things of that nature.
And then one of the things was because I don't know how much power that mechanical bull is going to pull. Right. I don't want anybody's event, being ruined because of, something that's happening on my end. So yeah, it didn't work out.
That is hilarious. A rodeo. Like I always see like the teachers on TikTok with the outlandish requests from parents. So it always makes me wonder, in each industry, what are some of the most outlandish requests that you've gotten from clients? So a rodeo. I thought you about to say they're going to bring in live animals. I'm going to be like, I don't think we have a permit for that.
Now, I have had someone ask me the question, have I had people to have these sex parties? I have not. What? But I'm open to it.
I don't know if that's the Mai Tai talking or her curiosity. She said, I want to see what y'all doing. I mean, I feel like because it's a sex party. I'm just saying, maybe I watch too much TV. I don't know. But that is it. I am totally intrigued. If you ever book one, I want to bartend so I can observe. Oh my goodness. Talk to us about some of the other events that you have here at Posh.
Oh wow. We have a church that's here consistently, and we love that. They're great patrons of us. Other events that we've done or do here, milestone parties, people having anniversaries, birthday parties, business events. We just had a convention here last week. So we're open to everything. Like I don't have any restrictions on any particular event that you want to have.
Now I got to bartend one of her comedy nights.
Oh yes,
and
I didn't mention that.
Ooh, I had so much fun. Her brother was here, and I love him. He makes my heart smile, y'all. He's so funny. So we got to bond and be silly in the background. Like sometimes, even though the events are fun, being in the background is a lot of fun too. And he and I had so much fun. But it was great to see comics, come up and do their routine. To be huge. They were here at Posh. We got to see their stand up. So it was really cool. You have an event coming up in April. Talk to us about that.
Yes, the event coming up in April is our annual pop-up shop. So what we have is several different types of vendors who come in and they sell their services or their products. And we invite people from the public or their own customers to come in and make purchases. During that event, we try to party, make it light, have some music going on. Sometimes we have 360, but we would really like for people to come out and patronize these vendors for their services. You'll be surprised. Come on out.
So we got to do it last year, and yes, we will be back this year. As soon as it came to my email, I was like, boom, yes.
You're the first one.
Honey, all that jazz is gonna be in the building, okay? Yes. My bartenders had so much fun. They got on the 360 and they went around to each of them, and it was so funny. She was like, I'm glad I made tips because I was spinning it just as fast as I was getting it. They were like, we got a this and a that, and I was like, so you were shopping?
They were.
So I was basically having them on the clock to shop and dance on the 360, but they had a blast. But we met incredible people while we were here, so we got to meet some other vendors and business owners, and it was great, just great vibes. So definitely come out, guys. We're going to be here serving up cocktails. This one might be on the menu. I don't know. This one is delicious. But it was a great time, and we put up a lot of good videos, especially of them on the 360. They had so much fun with that. But a lot of the business owners were helping each other out, taking pictures with each other. And I think that is just awesome for business owners to not see competition but community, and that is, to support one another and to support your business, and introduce your business to my audience and vice versa. Yes. So I love that you have that, and we cannot wait to come back. Good. We're gonna be here. So moving back to the CPR training, what made you decide you wanted to offer it here at Posh?
Well, what happened was that I left my full-time job in 2022.
Okay.
But I knew prior to leaving, I needed another stream of income. So I was like, what can I do that I already know that I can introduce to the public? And it came easy, like the CPR training. Yeah, like purchasing. It was super cheap. So it wasn't a big expense to introduce it and build that business up.
So how do you alert people or notify people that you have a class? How do you market the class and get people to come in?
Okay, now marketing, I need to work on that a little bit better. But it's on my website. I do have a website. I do have an Instagram page and a Facebook page for that. But for the most part, it's been word of mouth. One person come in, they tell somebody else. And I met somebody who was in the DFAC system, and that's been my biggest client thus far. Yeah, they keep referring people to me, time after time.
So for those of you who are interested, how much is it to take the class?
So it's different prices. Now, if you were to purchase the online training on your own from the American Heart Association, that's going to cost you around $30. And then for you to come in and get the mannequin skills test from me, that's going to cost you $59. But if you get it all together from me, starting out, it's $89, depending on what you want. If you just want CPR and AED, it's $80 to $110.
Now, AED is the machine, the defibrillator.
Yes.
Okay. So it's good to know, because you do not want to be out there trying to charge and shooting, essentially tasing people without training. So we have the CPR,
cardio, pulmonary resuscitation,
and then we have AED, which is the defibrillator.
Yes.
And then first aid. So what exactly is all involved with the first aid training?
With the first aid, you learn about relieve your patient from choking. You learn how to accurately administer the use of an EpiPen. You learn how to stent a patient, like if they break their arm, and in order to stabilize their arm until they get the proper help that they need, you learn how to do that, how to bandage a person. Those are the things that you learn with that. How to properly put gloves on and off this way.
And you know what? Ever since high school, I take my gloves off the same way. I be taking them and rolling and all that. Even now, like as a bartender, and ain't nothing on them gloves but lime juice. But still, I still know how to do it. So it is just an all-inclusive course to do that. So guys, why not? Yes. So I love that. So you have medical. You have a background in medical, in the medical field. Talk to us about that.
All right. So I started out as a medical assistant back in 1996-97. From there, I went to X-ray school, graduated X-ray school in 2001. Did X-rays for a while, and then eventually I transferred and got cross-trained to do computer tomography. You guys may know that as CAT scan or CT. I did that for about 6 years, and then I went back to school for radiation therapy training at Grady. My X-ray training, CT training, and radiation therapy training was all done at Grady Hospital. They do offer the best courses, so I'm gonna put that out there.
Okay, come on, Grady.
Yes, I worked as a radiation therapist for about 8, 9 years, and then I went back to, well, let me jump back. I got a radiation therapy job at Piedmont.
Mhm.
And after about 8, 9 years, I went back to Grady to teach radiation therapy. And I did that
Wow.
for 6 years before branching out into building Posh, the event center.
So you've just been an instructor you're just a born instructor. Guys, look, I myself am definitely going to be taking the training because
Please.
I haven't been CPR certified in a long time, but I just feel like it's something we all need to know how to do. I pray I don't never have to use it. Y'all, please stay conscious around me. Don't be choking, chew your food 24 times, all that good stuff. Don't choke around me because I don't administer it. But I'm just saying. So last question. When you're doing the CPR trainings, do you talk about warning signs for certain things like maybe heart attacks or strokes or things of the sort, so you know maybe how to act quickly, get help quickly to help that person?
So that's what videos are for. The videos explain all of that.
Okay.
Thoroughly. Yes.
So see y'all, I mean, if you have older family members,
Yes.
I think that's really important. That's one thing. My grandmother, God rest her soul, my mom knew that she was having a stroke. She recognized some of the warning signs and signs in her face and everything. And that's really one of the things that helped my grandmother because my mom got her help very quickly. So if you look, there's no reason to not get certified. So we now have someone that you can get certified with, and you can come to this lovely space and come do it. You know, we might have to have like a little juice bar and just do a class.
We can do that.
And we, just do a little something, come get certified. Do a little food, and y'all come take the class and stuff. We might have to
open house about it.
Yes, girl. Aquarius power. Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is what we do. Yes. All in it's from the Mai Tai.
Yes.
It's from the Mai Tai. The Mai Tai gives us great ideas. What is it? I think better when I have alcohol in my system. So we are definitely going to have to think about that. Guys, thank you so much for coming out and watching Dilyn's Dive Bar, meeting Miss Vuntressa Brown. Look, next time you have an event, no rodeos, no live animals. We don't do that here. Leave your camels at home. But if you want to have a wedding, baby showers, business showers, I've seen that where people are like, let's congratulate you on getting a business and do a business shower. Come to Posh. And if you come to Posh, all that jazz will be there. Yeah. So either way it goes, you got two onto the show tonight. Yes, it has been a blast. Yes, invite all that jazz. Come out on, was it April 20th?
April 20th from 12 to 4, April 20th at the Posh Event Center in Morrow.
Be here. We will see you guys next Thursday. It is the plan. We'll see you next week on Dilyn's Dive Bar. Have a great week, guys.
Bye.